Good morning, beautiful yogis. Welcome to yoga class today. Today we're working on hips. And hips is an area where we carry our emotions. We're in the middle of the coronavirus, so maybe a lot of our emotions are running wild right now. I know I miss all of you so much. So anyways, let's go ahead and start off in a frog pose. So frog pose is where you're facing the side of the mat and you're going to open the knees wide and have the hips in line with the knees, and then bring your ankles right underneath the knees. You could go ahead and you could stay up high if you need to. If you have blocks, you can rest on some blocks. If you're a little bit more flexible, you could come all the way down to the elbows. And if you want even more, maybe come down to your chest. So you decide. So this is a yin posture that we are beginning with. Letting gravity gently open up the hips. It's also a grounding position where we can center ourselves, come into our breath. So you can elongate your inhales and your exhales. Soften through the hips. Find the even turning of the breath. So as you inhale, think about having an equal exhale to the inhale. Send the breath to all the places where you feel the sensation. Feel the hips softening. Hang in there just a little bit longer. Maybe you find that ujjayi breath as you're breathing, where we constrict the back of our throat, creating the sound of a whale or the ocean. And then in order to come on out of it, we could bring our feet together. You could come up onto your hands, whoo, and then begin to bring one knee in and the other. Oh, yeah, maybe we could cat and cow the spine out. So find the cow or the cat posture. So round the spine. Inhale, find the cow. Exhale, cat posture around the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, cow face. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow face. Let's go ahead, turn and face the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up high towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle all the way down towards the floor. You can take your left arm and push the floor away from you. We have a couple of options here. You also have the option of wrapping the left arm behind the back body. Find the right hip crease. If you want to go further still, you could go ahead and lift up your left leg up high towards the sky. If you want to go further still, maybe you lift your right knee or the right shin off the floor. Hold it here. Try to balance. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come on down. Press the left hand into the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, drop it down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your left arm up high towards the sky. Exhale, thread it under. Take your right hand. You have a couple of options. You could push the floor away from you. And you can stop here. These are all stopping points. If you want to go a little bit further, maybe wrap your right hand behind the back body. Find the left hip crease. You can stop here. If you want to go further, maybe you lift the right leg up off the floor. And that final phase, maybe you lift a little left shin off the ground. Find your breath. Breathe. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come on down. Place your right hand down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm up high to the sky. Exhale, drop it all the way down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way to the top of the mat. Stretch out through the shoulders, puppy dog position. Bring the hips directly over the knees. Hollow out the belly. You can bring your forehead to the mat or your chin. Take your pick. And then gently walk your hands back. Let's find our downward facing dog. So go ahead, curl your toes under, lift the hips high to the sky, pedal the feet left and right, left and right. Whew. First down dog of the day is always a little tight. That's okay. Go ahead, shake your head, yes and no, relieving any tension in the head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, shift forward, find our plank position. So we know we're in our proper down dog when we can go from plank to down dog without having to move our hands. So in your plank, hug in the belly, bringing your navel to the spine. Engage your quadriceps and your hamstrings. So you actively push the floor away. Spread the scapula wide, slightly protracting the shoulders. Let's actually exaggerate that. So go ahead and retract the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades tight together. Exhale, protract the shoulders, spreading them wide apart. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Let's do 5 more. Retract. Protract. Exhale, retract. Protract. Retract. Protract. You got 2 more. Retract. Exhale, protract. Last one. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Stay in the protraction. Keep pushing the floor away. Hug the belly in. Whew. And let's saw side to side. So go to the left and to the right, slightly swaying the body. Then let's saw to the front and to the back. So come up high on the tippy toes, shift the shoulders in front of the wrists. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Go ahead, lift your right leg up tall towards the sky. Bend the knee, peel the hip open. You can find some hip circles. And feel free to make them big. And then look over the left bicep and see if you can find the foot. So look over the left bicep, find the foot. Hi, how's it going? And then go ahead, lift your leg back up tall towards the sky. Exhale, drop it down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend the knee, peel the hip open. Find your hip circles. So actively press the floor away evenly with the hands and the shoulders. And when you're ready, go ahead, open up the hip. Look over your right bicep or your right tricep. Find the foot. And then lift the foot back up tall towards the sky. Exhale, drop it down towards the floor. Downward facing dog. Come up high on your toes, bend your knees. Look between the hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Find your forward fold. You could let your hands sweep again along the floor, just to the left and to the right, softening one knee and then the other. Inhale, half lift, find the flat back. Reach the crown of the head to the front of the room as you shift the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold down towards the floor. Root to rise. Bring your arms all the way out and up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands in the heart center. Take your right foot and step it in front of the left. Inhale, lift. Bring your arms all the way out and up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. So you're using your right leg to help straighten out the left a little bit more. Use blocks if you need them. This can be tight for a lot of people. If you can, plant your left hand down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Find the twist. Keep pressing your right leg into the left. Open up through the heart to the side of the room. Gently lower the hands down to the floor, soften the knees. You can round up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lift the arms up tall toward the sky. Exhale, release your hands down into heart center. Go ahead, change feet. We'll take our left foot in front of the right this time. Inhale, lift the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Find your breath. Use your left leg to help straighten out the right leg. Shift the weight forward into the toes. Plant your right hand down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the left arm up tall towards the sky. Find that inner smile. Breathe as you press your big toes down into the floor, helping to ground yourself. And then lower the hand down to the floor. Soften the knees just a little bit and round up one vertebrae at a time. You can uncross your legs. Inhale, lift the arms up tall toward the sky. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Inhale, find the half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step it back, plank position. Hug the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down halfway. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, lift, upward facing dog. Bhujangasana. It's just the tops of the feet and the hands as you lift your heart to the sky. And then roll the shoulders down away from the ears so they go down and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. So create the inverted letter V with your body. Come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, find the half lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold down towards the floor. Inhale, root to rise, bring the arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, hands in the heart center. One more. Inhale, lift the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. Move a little bit faster. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. One last one. Inhale, high in the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands. Walk or jump to the top of the mat, forward fold. Find the half lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring the arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, swan dive down towards the floor. This time, bring your feet mat distance apart. Bend your knees a lot, and then press your hands in the heart center as you open up the knees wide, using your elbows to help open the legs a little bit wider. Find the tall spine, so find the length in the neck as you reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So if you need to, you can sit on a block. If you can't quite get your heels all the way down towards the floor, it's okay. Plant your hands down onto the ground for crow pose. So if you're able to, come up high on your tippy toes. Bring your knees into the triceps. Find the squeeze as you start to lean forward. Maybe lift one foot up off the mat. Maybe lift up the other foot. Find the roundness in the spine as you lift your heels all the way into the glutes. And then see if you can hold this position. So you're looking straight forward. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can walk back, jump back, step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. Whew. Let's do one more of those. Come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold down to the floor. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your arms all the way out and up overhead. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Inhale, lift. Reach your arms out and up. Exhale. Let's go all the way down towards the floor. Prayer through you, however you need to get down. Inhale, find the half lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet mat distance apart. Drop your hips down. Malasana squat. Yoga squat. Bring your hands in the heart center. Lift through the chest as you actively push your elbows into the knees, opening up through the legs. Bring your hands down to the floor. Find crow pose. Come up high on the toes. Squeeze your knees into the triceps. Begin to lean forward. Maybe lift one foot up off the mat. Maybe the other. Find the roundness in the spine as you bring your heels into the glutes. Maybe you begin to straighten your arms. Hollow out the core. Let's see if you can hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can walk back, jump back. Find the chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. Pedal the feet left and right. Inhale, lift the right leg up tall towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between the hand. Drop the left knee down onto the mat. So you could keep your hands down to frame the foot. Maybe you walk it up to the knee. So take your left hand underneath the left glute and the hamstring. Roll the hip down towards the floor. Lift your heart up towards the sky. Maybe bring your arms all the way up and overhead. Bring your right hand onto the left wrist. Pull the left hand all the way up and over to the right side of the mat. Exhale, half split. Release your hands down to the floor. Shift it back. Straighten the right leg. Bring your hips over the knee. Lift through the heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the front right leg. You can release your head down. Walk your hands over to the side of the room. And you could turn both feet to the side as well. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead, gate posture. Drop your right hand down, lift your left arm up overhead. Gaze under the left bicep. Drop your left hand down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm up overhead. And actually just bend that right arm. Put your hand on the back of the elbow. Press your left hand into the floor a lot. And go ahead, lift the left knee up off the mat so it's floating there. Take your elbow to your knee. You've got 5. Open up. 4. Inhale, open. 3. Inhale, open. 2. Inhale, open. Last one. Inhale, open it up. Drop the knee down to the floor. Cartwheel your arms back up towards the sky. Exhale. Bring your arms out like the letter T. Take your hand to the outside edge of the right foot, and you can drop your hips all the way down to the left ankle. Begin to walk your hands all the way in. Come all the way back towards the top of the mat. Lift the left knee up off the mat. Plant your left hand down. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky. Find the revolve side angle. Open the chest up wide. Let's take your right hand to the top of the mat. Spin both feet to the right. And then maybe you open the right hand towards the back of the room. Step the right foot behind the left. Find the wild thing. Lift your heart up towards the sky. And then roll forward. Let's find your plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your foot between the hands. Drop the left knee down onto the floor. Maybe walk your hands up to your knee. Take your right hand underneath the right hip, between the glute and the hamstring, and roll it down towards the floor. So you lift your heart up towards the sky. Maybe you reach your arms up towards the sky. Take your left hand on the right wrist and then bend to the left. Feel the right side ribs open. So you roll the right shoulder open. Find your breath. Release your hands down to the floor, half split. Shift it back, straighten the left leg. Point the left toes towards the sky. So inhale, find the half lift. Exhale, fold over the front left leg. So find that scissoring motion where we are squeezing the left heel and the right knee tight together. So actively press the left heel down into the floor, pull back, and take your right knee, pull forward. Walk to your hands to the side of the room, spin the foot towards the side as well. Inhale, lift, find your gate posture. Reach your arms up tall towards the sky. Exhale, drop your left hand down, reach your right arm all the way up and over. And then cartwheel the right arm all the way down towards the floor. Take your left hand, place it behind the back of the head. Actively press the right hand down and the left foot down. Lift your right knee up off the mat. See if you can float it back and forth. Bring your elbow to your knee. So actively tap and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. You have 3 more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, 2. Inhale, open. Last one. Inhale, open. Drop the knee. Cartwheel your arms back up tall towards the sky. Exhale, bring your arms out like the letter T. Drop your hips all the way down to your ankle. So maybe your left hand finds the outside of the left foot as you reach your arm in the opposite direction. Find your breath. Gently walk your hands all the way back up towards the top of the mat. Right hand down, left hand towards the sky. Lift the right knee up off the floor. Open up through your heart. Preparing for wild things, spin both feet to the side of the room. Go ahead, lift your left foot up. Step it behind the right. Lift the hips high to the sky. Roll it forward, find your plank position. Hug the belly in, inhale plank. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale upward facing dog. Exhale downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Hug the belly in, hollow it out. Child's pose, bring your knees wide, feet together. Relax all the way down to the floor. Let's curl the toes under, find your downward facing dog. Lift the hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift the right leg up tall towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left armpit or left tricep. Inhale, lift it up tall. Exhale, left knee, right knee, left tri. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, left knee, right knee, left tri. Inhale, lift it up. Let's do two more. Right knee, left tri. I got it. Inhale, lift. Last one. Hold it here. Kick your foot to the side of the room. And open up the arms towards the sky. Extended side plank. Drop your right hand down. Inhale, lift the right leg up tall towards the sky again. Exhale, round the spine. Step the foot between the hands. And then inhale, lift it up. Find your crescent position. Spiral the pinkies in. Melt into the right knee. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. If it's not, you need to toe heel the toe a little bit more to the front of the room. Exhale, bend the left knee. Tap it down onto the floor. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, tap. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Let's do two more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, elevator ride all the way down towards the floor. Drop your hands down for lizard pose. Whew. So find the opening into the hips. You could toe heel your right toe off to the right. Plant your left hand, reach your right hand all the way around. Bend your left knee, catch your foot. So take your left knee and roll forward. Get onto the thigh bone, get off the knee. And then gaze over your right shoulder. Maybe bring your heel into the glute. Release your foot down to the floor. And then maybe you come down to your elbows. Just see how this feels. Roll onto the outside blade of the right foot as you take your right hand, push it into the knee into the hand. And then gently release down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way over to the left side of the room. So keep your knee there. Keep opening the knee to the right as you walk your hands to the left. And then walk your hands back. Curl the left toes under Skandasana to the back of the mat. So you can plant your left heel this time, so it's a little bit different. Take your left hand, reach it out in front of the shin. Reach your right hand up tall towards the sky. Actively press the right heel down into the mat. Wrap the right hand behind the back body. And then maybe you take your left thumb, point it down to the floor, find the bind. Lift through the heart as you look over the right shoulder. So find the tall spine, breathe, open up the heart. And then gently release it down to the floor. Come into goddess squat. So bring the heels in, toes go out, and then walk your hands up onto the knees. Use your hands to open the knees wider. Push your right shoulder in, look over the left shoulder. Inhale to the center, exhale, twist. Bring your left shoulder in, look over the right shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to the center, exhale, twist. Inhale to the center, exhale, twist. Let's slowly round up one vertebrae at a time. Find your warrior two. So cartwheel the arms open. Take the back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Melt into the right knee as you pull your arms in opposite directions. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Flip the right hand up towards the sky. Find your reverse warrior. Fan out the right side ribs. And then straighten the right leg. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. Tip the left hip back as you reach towards the front of the room. Drop your hand to your shin or to the outside of the ankle as you lift your left arm up tall towards the ceiling. Take the left arm, reach it back behind you. Find the bind just by the half bind, I should say. So find the right hip crease. Keep rolling the left shoulder open towards the sky as you shorten the left side waist. Elongate the right side waist. Gaze down at the floor. Bend the right knee. Take your right hand about a foot in front of the right foot and about 3 inches off to the right. Find your half moon. Flex the left foot. Spread the toes wide. Press the left big toe or the right big toe down into the floor. Contract your quadricep. Engage your core. Maybe you look off to the side of the room. This is where it gets harder, especially when you look at water. Maybe you look up at the top of the ceiling. Whew, and outside I can't do that so good. The clouds are moving, you guys. That's where it gets trippy. So just go ahead, press your foot into the floor. And for an added challenge, maybe you take your right hand into your heart center. So hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Soften the right knee a lot. Come back into your warrior 2 position. Lift Skandasana to the back of the mat. Come up high in the right tippy toe or the left tippy toe. Softly press your hands together and then take your right hand down to the floor this time. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. Let's step it back for a wild thing. So press the hips high to the sky. Reach your left arm all the way up and overhead. Plant the left hand down onto the floor. Hug the belly in. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. So we've got 5. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift it up. Last one, hold it here. Kick the foot out to the side of the room, extended side plank. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky. Find a little smile. Drop your right hand down to the floor. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Come up high on your fingertips to transition. Inhale, lift the arms up tall to the sky. Melt into the left knee. Kick the right heel to the back of the room. Spiral the pinkies in and drop the shoulders down and back. 5 taps. So exhale, tap the right knee down onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. You have 2 more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. On the last one, slow elevator ride all the way down to the floor. Drop the knee down. Release your hands down to the floor. Plant your right hand down. Reach over the left shoulder. Bend the right knee. Catch the foot. Draw the foot or the heel into the glute as you continue to look over the left shoulder. Gently release your foot. Walk your hands to the inside of the left foot. You could take your left foot, toe heel it off to the left side of the mat, and then roll onto the blade of the left foot. You could stay up high, or if you want to come a little bit lower, go ahead, drop down to your elbows. Walk your hands off to the right side of the room. Actively press the left knee open. Begin to walk your hands back. Let's find Skandasana at the back of the mat. Straighten the left leg. Drop the right heel. So right heel's down onto the floor. Actively press the left heel down into the mat. Take the right hand, reach it in front of you first, and then reach it over to the side. Point your thumb down towards the floor. Bend the elbow. Reach your left arm around. Find the bind. Lift your heart. Roll the left shoulder open. Press the left heel down into the mat. Begin to walk your hands into the center of the mat. Find your goddess position, so bend the knees a lot. Walk your hands up onto the knees. Lift through the chest. Actively press your knees open. So maybe you turn your fingertips away from you. As we sit up tall, melt into the posture a little bit more. Take your right shoulder, push it in. So actively take your right hand and push the right knee away from you. So you look over the left shoulder. Inhale back into the center. Exhale, twist. Left shoulder goes in. Look over the right. Back to the center. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Let's come on up, cartwheel our arms open, warrior two. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Bring the right foot parallel to the short edge of the mat as you gaze down the left middle finger. Melt into the left knee, and then drop the right hip back. Soften the shoulders. Lift the left hand up towards the ceiling, reverse warrior. Drop your right hand down. Fan out the left side ribs. Straighten the left leg, bring your arms parallel to the floor, tip your right hip back, stretch the left arm all the way to the back of the room. Drop your hand to the shin or to the outside of the ankle as you reach the right hand towards the sky. Maybe bring your chin to your shoulder, bring in the twist in the cervical spine as well, and shorten the right side waist as you elongate the left. Take the right hand behind the back body, maybe find the half bind. Gaze down for half moon position. Bend the left knee a lot. Bring your left hand about 10 feet, or not 10 feet. Bring your left hand about a foot in front of the left foot and a little bit off to the left side of the mat. Hop it up, half moon position. Keep the bind if you can. You could play around with the drishti or the gaze, where we look at the side of the room, or maybe up towards the sky. You might notice one side is easier than the other. And if you want, you can always do that added challenge where we bring the left hand into heart center. So bring it into the heart. Ooh. If you fall, come back. Doesn't matter how many times you do yoga, you still do that. So hug the belly in. Maybe you take that left hand into heart center. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if we can hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your hand down to the floor, soften the left knee, step it back, cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the room. Come up high on the right tippy toes as you straighten the left leg. Drop the left hand down to the floor, inhale, lift the right arm up tall towards the sky. Open it up, wild thing. Spin the toes to the left and reach your right foot all the way back behind you. Press your hips high to the sky. And then roll forward. Find your plank position. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift the right leg up tall towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Come up high in your crescent position. Inhale, lift your arms up tall. Take your hands in the heart center. Find your crescent prayer twist. Take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Actively press the left heel away from you. Maybe open your arms up like the letter T. And you have the option of coming into a side crow. So we could take both hands down to the floor. And go ahead, lean into the left tricep. Maybe you float your left foot up off the floor. Hug the belly in. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back. And then revolved crescent. Slowly lift. Come up high on the left fingertips. Reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Leave your hands where they're at, gaze over the left finger. Bring your left hand down to the floor, revolved half moon. Kick your left foot up off the ground, square off the hips, flex the left foot. Maybe look off to the side of the room as you reach your right hand up tall towards the sky. Flex the left foot and spread the toes wide and engage your quadricep. You want to have a nice strong leg. Keep lifting through the back leg as you open up through the heart. Drop both hands down to the floor, standing splits. So lift the left leg up high. And then soften the right knee, step it back. Find your runner's lunge position. Exhale, wide leg pyramid. Bring your forehead to your knee. Come up high on the left tippy toes. Hollow at the belly. Inhale, runner's lunge. Find the cow face as you lift through the heart. Exhale, wide leg pyramid, forehead to knee. Square off the hips. Inhale, runner's lunge. Last one, exhale, round the spine, forehead to knee. This time, take your left hand off to the left or to the right side of the room. Find the twist. Lift your right hand up tall towards the sky. Gently release your hand down to the floor. Soften the right knee. Step it back. Plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Come on up, find your crescent position. Inhale, arms go tall to the sky. Melt the shoulders down, bend the left knee. Take your hands in the heart center, find your revolved crescent prayer twist. Bring your right elbow all the way up and over the left knee. I like to get my right armpit all the way up and over. And as you're in this position, try to resist the urge to having the prayer go off into the left armpit. So you want the prayer in the middle of the sternum as you look up over your left shoulder. Open the arms, maybe bring your right heel of the right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Optional side crow. Take your left hand down to the floor, lean into the right tricep. Go ahead, lift the left foot off the ground, maybe lift the right. Hold it here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Open up the arms. Leave your hands where they're at. And begin to come up high on the right fingertips. Revolved crescent. So reach the left hand towards the back of the room. Find the inner smile. Find the softness in the position. And then gaze over the right hand. Bring your right hand down to the floor, revolved half moon. Inhale, lift the right leg up off the mat. Flex the foot, spread the toes wide. Look off to the left side of the room. Open up through the heart as you continue to lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Drop both hands down to the ground, standing splits. Continue to square off the hip by rolling the right hip down towards the floor. Lift it up. You can point or flex the foot, it doesn't matter. And then soften the left knee, runner's lunge. Wide leg pyramid. Bring your forehead to your knee. Come up high on the right tippy toes. Bring your forehead all the way in. Yeah, hollow out the belly. Press the floor away from you with your fingertips. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, find the runner's lunge. One more. And exhale, forehead to knee. Gaze forward for just a moment. Take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up tall towards the sky. Find the revolved pyramid. Pull the left hip back. Maybe you find the left hand up towards the sky. Soften the left knee, bring both hands down to the floor. Whew. Let's go ahead, step it back, find your plank position. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Let's come down to child's pose. Drop your hips all the way down. Let's find our downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, lift the hips high to the sky. Inhale, lift the right leg up tall towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Crescent position. Inhale, lift your arms up tall towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands into heart center. Find the lightning crescent. Bring your torso to a 45-degree angle. Kick up off the left knee. Roll the left hip down towards the floor. Warrior 3. Flex the left foot. Spread the toes wide. 3 baby squats. So exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Come on up. Find your modified tree. Flex the left foot. Bring your left ankle onto the right knee. Awkward chair. Melt into the position. Lift through your heart, tip the tailbone back. Reach down, yogi toe lock the left toe. And then inhale, slowly straighten the right leg. You could stay here with your hand on your foot or your hand on your knee. If you're able to, go ahead and straighten the left leg. Go ahead, do so. Bring your arms out like the letter V. Hinge at the hips, hold the toe. Bring your leg out to the side. Hug the belly in. Gently release your foot. Swing it to the back of the room. Reach your arms towards the front of the room. Palms touch, cross just the thumbs. Warrior 3. Drop your hands down to the floor. Lift the left foot up high towards the sky. Three cheetahs in this position. So find the half lift. Come up high on the fingertips. Exhale, bring your knee into your forehead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. And then drop it down. Find your plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Lift your left leg up high towards the sky. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Come up tall for your crescent position. Inhale, lift. Take your hands into your heart center. Find your 45-degree angle. Lightning crescent. Kick up off the right foot. Find your warrior three. Lift through the heart. 3 baby squats. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last one. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Find your modified tree. Flex the right foot. Bring the ankle underneath the knee. Hug the belly in. Awkward chair. Bring your right ankle on top of the left knee. Soften the left knee. Drive your glutes back. Bring your hands in the heart center as you open the elbows wide. Gaze forward. Lift through your heart. Reach your right hand down. Find your peace fingers. Wrap them around the right big toe. Inhale, begin to straighten the left leg. You can stay here with your hand on your foot. Otherwise, you could have your hand on your knee. If you're able to go ahead and straighten the leg, go for it. Straighten the right leg. Bring your left arm out like the letter V. Open up through the heart. Hinge at the hips. Bring the right foot all the way out to the side. Bring your chest parallel to the floor. Release the foot. Glide the foot to the back of the room. Bring your hands to the front. Palms touch. Cross just the thumbs. Pull the biceps back by the ears. Press your big toe down into the floor. Roll the right hip down towards the ground. Release your hands down to the floor. Standing splits. Roll the right hip down. And then inhale, find the half lift. Lift through the chest. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, cheetah pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Inhale, lengthen. Last one, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Inhale, lengthen. Soften the left knee. Step it back. Find your plank position. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips high to the sky. Let's lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee into the left tricep. Find your extended side plank. So go ahead, kick your foot all the way out to the side. Reach your arm up overhead. Plant your left hand down to the floor. Wild thing. So flip the right leg all the way back up and overhead. Reach your right arm towards the back of the room. Plant your right hand down to the floor. Step your right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Big moment. Warrior three. Bring your hands in the heart center. Find the modified tree. Flex the left leg. Go ahead, straighten your left leg out. Warrior three. Glide it back. Lift through the heart. Step the left foot down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up tall to the sky. Open it up. Warrior two. Gaze over the front middle finger. Fly your warrior 5 times. Inhale, lift. Straighten the right leg. Bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, melt into the leg. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 3 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last 1. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Melt into the position. Find your breath. Flip your right hand up towards the sky and find the reverse warrior. Fan out the right side ribs. Cartwheel your arms all the way down to the floor. Step it back. Find your plank position. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Lift your left leg up tall. Exhale, left knee to the right tricep, so revolve it. Kick the left foot out to the side, extended side plank. Lift your right arm all the way tall towards the sky. Plant the right hand down onto the floor. Flip the left foot all the way back behind you, wild thing. Lift through your hips. Eyes find the front of the room. Flip the left hand down to the floor. Step the left foot to the top of the mat. Get ready for warrior 3. Press up off the mat. Bring your hands in the heart center. 3 baby squats. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Find the modified tree. Bring the right thigh parallel to the floor. Flex the right foot. Go ahead, straighten the right leg. Glide it back, warrior 3. Lift through your heart. And then gently step it back into a crescent position. Inhale, lift the arms up tall to the sky. Open it up, warrior 2. Melt into the left leg as you gaze over the left middle finger. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach your arms up overhead, fly the warrior. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. You have 2 more. Exhale down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Gaze over the middle finger. Melt into the left side hip. And then cartwheel your arms down to the floor. Step it back. Inhale, plank position. Let's hold our plank here. And let's add in those scapula push-ups that we did in the beginning of class. So find the protraction with the shoulders, spreading the scapula wide. Inhale, retraction. Exhale, protraction. Inhale, retraction. Exhale, protraction. Inhale, retraction. Exhale, protraction. Inhale, retraction. Exhale, protraction. Inhale, retraction. Let's see if we can do 5 more. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. 1 more. Exhale, protract. Inhale, retract. See if you can saw left and right. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Saw to the front and the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your downward facing dog. Lift the hips tall to the sky. Pedal the feet left and right. Let's go ahead. Lift the right leg up tall towards the sky. Find your pigeon position. So bring your right knee all the way to the outside of the right wrist. Extend the left leg long towards the back of the room. Lift through the heart. Exhale, come all the way down to the floor. So you could take your left hand, push the left hand into the floor, pushing the floor away from you. Otherwise, you could thread the left arm under and press the right hand into the floor, pushing the floor away from you with your right hand. We'll bring the right hand back. Curl the left toes under the mat. Or curl the left toes under. Lift the left knee up off the floor. Come up high in your fingertips. Press your right shin down into the floor. Inhale, lift your arms up like the letter T. So kick the left heel back. Press the shin into the floor. And then gently release down to the floor. Go ahead, bend the left knee. Maybe you find your foot with the hands, spinning the fingertips towards the front of the room. Level 2, put your foot into the elbow crease, and maybe you reach your right arm to the front of the room. If you want more, bend the right elbow and put your right forearm behind the head. Push your head into the forearm, forearm into the head. to help open up through the chest as you find the bind. And if you want to go more, you could go ahead, take your left hand, find the ball of the foot, flip your left elbow up towards the sky, find the back bend. Gently come on out of it. Whew. And go ahead, step it back. Let's find our downward facing dog. Whew. Pedal the feet out left and right, around the spine. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your left leg up tall to the sky. Exhale, bring your left knee all the way to the outside of the left wrist. Lift up tall through the chest. Exhale, you can walk down to your hands. You can thread the right arm under, actively push the left hand into the floor, pushing the floor away from you. Let's gently walk your hands back. Curl the right toes under, press the left shin down into the floor, come up high in your fingertips as you kick the right heel back. Maybe bring your arms out like the letter T. So imagine you're flying your pigeon. So you could go ahead and wave your wings if you want. And then drop your knee down to the floor. Reach your right hand behind the back body. Find your foot. Maybe you spin your fingertips towards the front of the room. If you want more, maybe bring your elbow into, or the foot into the elbow, and then maybe you reach your left arm to the front of the room. Maybe bend the left elbow, find the bind, push the head into the arm, open up through the chest. And if you want to go further still, maybe find your hand on the inside of the right foot, spin your right elbow to the sky, find the back bend. And gently come on out of it whenever you're ready. Spin the right toes under. Go ahead, find your downward facing dog. Whew. Lift the hips up tall towards the sky. Let's go ahead, find child's pose. Knees apart, feet together, stretch the arms long, forehead to the mat. Let's gently walk our arms forward. Let's come face the side of the room. Bring your legs out wide for a wide leg straddle. Walk your hands back. And you can toe heel the toes out to the side of the room as much as you want. Maybe drop down to your forearms. Find your edge, wherever that may be. Center splits. So as you're in this position, find the softness. You guys get to see my practice grow as well. I still have so much more I can do, but that's part of the fun of yoga, right? So press your forearms into the floor, lift your toe heel the toes together, and you can bend one knee and or the other. Go ahead, bring your legs out front. Let's windshield wiper the legs just to kind of find the softness in the position. And let's come into a compass position. So you can bend your left knee and go ahead. Let's bring our right foot into the left elbow crease and start to rock the baby. Lift up tall through the chest. So you're bringing your shin close to the chest. Maybe you stop here. If you want to go a little further, you can go ahead, take your right leg and see if you can get it up over the right shoulder. So you got to really round the spine, plant your right hand down onto the floor. So this is another stopping point. Take your left hand, find the outside of the right foot, and then see if you could go ahead and straighten the leg, lift over the left shoulder. point your right toe. And then gently come down. So you have an option. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you take your hands in front of you. Find the Eka Pada Kundiyasana too. So you could just lean forward, press your hands down into the floor. Maybe bring your left elbow into the left side ribs. Okay, that might make it a little easier. See if you could float your leg up off the floor, and then split your legs in opposition. Let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently come back out of it. Other side. Let's go ahead, bring your right shin in. And then you can take your left foot, bring your left foot into the right elbow crease, and go ahead and lift up tall through the chest. Rock your baby, opening up through the hip. So lift through the chest, it'll help you. Option 2, go ahead. See if you can bring your left knee over the shoulders, around the spine. Really see if you could get your leg all the way up, over, and back there. Maybe this is your second stopping point. If you want to go further, take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. You can walk your left fingertips off to the left side of the room. Go ahead, straighten the left leg. Keep pulling the chest through. So use your left shoulder to pull your chest in front of the left leg as you look over the right shoulder. So find the length in the spine. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bend the left knee. So keep the leg over the shoulder. You have that option. Maybe you lean forward. Find the Eka Pada Kundiyasana too. So you plant your hands down onto the floor. Go ahead, scissor the legs in opposition. Maybe bring your right elbow into the right side ribs. Hold it here. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come on out of it. Bring your feet together, knees apart. Sit up tall, find bound angle. Supta, or it's actually just called Baddha Konasana. So bring your peace fingers around the big toes. Lift up through the chest. Exhale, bring your elbows to the knees and melt over your front leg. Go ahead, lean back, windshield wiper the legs a couple of times, left and right, left and right. And let's bring our legs wide for a wide leg straddle. So lift up tall through the chest. You can walk your hips forward. And then exhale, forward fold, all the way down to the floor. Use blocks if you need to help bridge the gap. You'll get there one day, little by little. See if we can walk our hands back. Find the side bend. So bring your right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Maybe find your big toe. Reach your left arm all the way up and overhead. Maybe find the outside of the right foot. Use your right shoulder. Push it into the knee and roll the left shoulder open towards the sky. And then gently come on up. Other side, bring your left elbow to the inside of the left knee. Maybe find your big toe. Reach your right arm all the way up and overhead. Find the outside of the left foot. Take your left elbow or the left shoulder, push it into the left knee as you roll the right shoulder open. Look underneath the right bicep. Gently bring your hands back together. Lean back on the hips. Bring your feet together. Windshield wiper the legs left and right, left and right. Let's extend both legs long. Reach your arms up tall to the sky. Exhale, fold over the front legs. Paschimottanasana. And go ahead, we'll come into a tabletop. So swing your legs all the way back behind you. Take your right leg and thread it all the way up and over. Cross your knees. Maybe walk your knees all the way to the edge of the mat, and then go ahead, sit down onto your knees. You could so your knees are stacking one on top of each other, and you're sitting in between your heels actually. Take your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, swing the right arm under the left. Find your eagle arms. Cross your elbows, cross your wrists, palms touch. I'm going to go ahead and move this up just a little bit. The microphone doesn't like eagle position. So go ahead, find your right arm under, cross your elbows and cross your wrists, palms touch. Pull the elbows down. Go ahead, lean forward, press your knees into the floor, lift your arms to the sky, find the back bend. Exhale, come on down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, press the knees into the floor, lift. Exhale, down. We got 1 more. Inhale, press the shins into the floor. Exhale, down. Take your elbows to the outside of the left knee, or the outside of the right knee. Look over the right shoulder. And then slowly come on out of it. Let's go ahead, lean forward and find the other side. So swing the left knee in front of the right, so knees stack on top of each other. Go ahead, sit down onto, or in between your heels. Go ahead, bring your left arm under the right, cross your elbows, cross your wrists, palms touch. Pull the elbows down. Find your eyes over the fingertips. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, lift up tall. Find the back bend. Push the hips forward. Exhale, come on down. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, press the shins into the floor, lift the hips, lift the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, come on down with control. Bring your elbows to the outside of the left knee. Look over the left shoulder. And then gently gaze towards the front of the room. Let's swing your legs out and around. Let's find hero's position. So open up the the knees, or open up your heels. Knees are together. Sit between your heels, and then point your toes towards the back of the room. You'll stretch through the ankles, the Achilles. Go ahead, walk your hands back. Maybe come down to your elbows. Maybe this is your stopping point. Maybe come down to the top of the head. If you want to go further, drop the shoulders down, reach your arms all the way up overhead. Find the box. Put your hands on your elbows, squeeze the knees tight together. If you want to go further still, work on shimming your shoulders closer to the hips, lift through the chest, mind the back bend. And then soften. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently press your forearms into the mat. You can open your knees a little bit wider. Swing the legs out in front of you. And then we'll roll all the way down onto our backs. Go ahead, windshield wiper the legs left and right, left and right. You could go ahead, bring the right leg, lift it up tall towards the sky. Bring the right ankle onto the left knee, thread the needle. Find the supine pigeon. Go ahead, eagle the legs. So bring your right leg over the left. So bring your arms out like the letter T, and then drop your knees off to the left, finding the twist. Look over your right shoulder. Slowly come back towards the center. Unwind the legs, put the left ankle on top of the right knee. Interlace your fingers behind the right hamstring or on the right shin. Go ahead, find your supine pigeon. Bring your left ankle closer to your chest. Eagle the legs, so bring your left leg, wrap it around the right like a rope. Drop your knees off to the right. Bring your arms out like the letter T. Find the twist. Look over the left shoulder. Find that inner smile. Breathe. Let's slowly come back towards the center, unwind the legs. Let's go ahead and find a banana. So swing your hips off to the left side of the mat and then walk your legs off to the right. So bring your left ankle on top of the right and then take your left hand on top of, or left hand will find the right wrist and bring your hands all the way to the right side of the mat. So your feet and your hands are on the right side of the mat, your hips are on the left side of the mat. Actively open up the left hip. Gently release, and we could bend our knees, put our feet on the floor, lift your hips, swing them over to the right side of the mat. Let's bring our feet off to the left side of the mat for banana on the other side. Put your right ankle on top of the left. Bring your hands over to the left side of the mat. Find the C curve in the whole right side of the body. Open the right hip up. And then gently bend the knees, lift the hips, go ahead and extend long. Find your final Savasana, palm face up. Just relax. Melt into the earth. Find your breath. Thank yourselves for all your hard work. You guys are amazing. We'll end it with a collective breath. So everybody exhale all the air out of the body. Take a deep inhale, fill the lungs full. Hold it at the top. Exhale, HA. You did it. Stay as long as you'd like.